We're going to do a simple exercise to highlight the vascular tissue in celery. You get a glass or a jar of water, and you're going to put some food coloring in it. And the food coloring needs to be either blue or red. Green and yellow won't show up very well, so blue or red food coloring. Put in maybe 10 drops or so. And you're going to take your celery stalk, right, and cut off the bottom and place it in the water. You can give the color a little swirl, mix it up. And you're going to let that sit for at least an hour. The warmer it is in the room, the quicker this will work. I'm going to take a second stalk. If you can get a stalk that has leaves on it and leave it in long enough, you'll see this effect go all the way up to the leaves. So we're going to fast forward in that I already did this, and this has been sitting for way longer than a couple of hours. So the vascular tissue, the xylem and the phloem, are what move the water and nutrients and food around the plant. Xylem is what will bring the water up through the plant. And these vessels are made of vascular tissue. So this is tissue that is stronger than non-vascular tissue, than ground tissue. And it's what gives the celery its rigidity and stiffness. And so if absorption of water in the celery worked like a sponge, we would see the blue color all through the tissue inside of the celery stalk. But the water specifically goes through the vascular tissue, and we'll be able to see that if you make a cut. And look at the cross section. You can see very specifically, and this has been sitting in the water for more than a day, very specifically, see all of this tissue? Not colored. The water's not going up through this tissue. It's going up through the vascular tissue. So these little dots here is where the xylem is. And so the water very specifically goes through there. So looking at it through cross-section, you can see the vascular bundles. Another way to see it is to peel off a layer in this direction, longwise. And look at that. You can see, let me do a little bit more. You can see it going lengthwise, the vascular bundles. And you can even pull them out and see how rigid they are. Right, so you can see, I don't know, if you can tell that that's blue. So that is one of the vascular bundles that I pulled out. right? So again, you can see them when you cut it lengthwise. You see it when you do the cross section. And in the leaves, these are a little bit dried up, but look here. You see the main veins? Oops, where are we? Let's go here. There. Focus. There we go. You see the main veins? Yeah. Are nice and blue. And if you had a hand lens, you could look and see the smaller veins would also have some coloring. But you can definitely see it in the main veins going through this leaf. So that's it. A simple little exercise. Food coloring, celery, water, and you can see the vascular tissue, the xylem.